मोघ आरंभं करोतु।
एकम्। Namaskaraha. Welcome to the Experience Jagadguru Srikrishna through the meanings of Ashtottara Shatanamavali course. Today we'll chant the Krishna Ashtottara Shatanamavali. Om Shri Krishnaya Namaha, Kamalanathaya Namaha, Vasudevaya Namaha, Sanatanaya Namaha, Vasudevatmajaya Namaha, Punyaya Namaha, Leela-manusha-vigrahaya Namaha, Srivatsa-kaustubhadharaya Namaha, Yashoda-vatsalaya Namaha, Haraye Namaha, Chaturбhuja-tachakra-sigada-shankhatyayudhaya Namaha, Devaki-nandanaya Namaha, Shrishaya Namaha, Nanda-gopa-priyatmajaya Namaha, यमुना वेगसंहारिणे नमः बलभद्रप्रियानुजाय नमः पूतना जीवितापहराय नमः शकटासुरभञ्जनाय नमः नन्दव्रजजनानन्दिने नमः सच्चिदानन्दविग्रहाय नमः नवनीतविलिप्ताङ्गाय नमः नवनीतनटाय नमः अनघाय नमः नवनीतलवाहारिणे नमः मुचुकुन्दप्रसादकाय नमः षोडशस्त्रीसहस्रेशाय नमः त्रिभङ्गिने नमः मधुराकृतये नमः शुकवागमृताब्धीन्दवे नमः गोविन्दाय नमः गोविदाम्पतये नमः वत्सवाटचराय नमः अनन्ताय नमः धेनुकासुरभञ्जनाय नमः ऋणीकृततृणावर्ताय नमः यमलार्जुनभञ्जनाय नमः उत्तालतालभेत्रे नमः कमालश्यामलाकृतये नमः गोपगोपीश्वराय नमः योगिने नमः कोटिसूर्यसमप्रभाय नमः इलापतये नमः परञ्ज्योतिषे नमः यादवेन्द्राय नमः यदूद्वहाय नमः वनमालिने नमः ईतवाससे नमः पारिजातापहारकाय नमः गोवर्धनाचलोद्धत्रे नमः गोपालाय नमः सर्वपालकाय नमः अजाय नमः निरञ्जनाय नमः कामजनकाय नमः कञ्जलोचनाय नमः मधुघ्ने नमः मथुरानाथाय नमः द्वारकानायकाय नमः बलिने नमः वृन्दावनान्तसञ्चारिणे नमः तुलसीदामभूषणाय नमः स्यमन्तकमणेर्हर्त्रे नमः नरनारायणात्मकाय नमः कुब्जाकृष्टाम्बरधराय नमः मायिने नमः परमपूरुषाय नमः मुष्टिकासुरचाणूरमल्लयुद्धविशारदाय नमः संसारवैरिणे नमः कंसारये नमः मुरारये नमः नरकान्तकाय नमः अनादिब्रह्मचारिणे नमः कृष्णाभ्यसनकर्षकाय नमः शिशुपालशिरश्छेत्रे नमः दुर्योधनकुलान्तकाय नमः विदुराक्रूरवरदाय नमः विश्वरूपप्रदर्शकाय नमः सत्यवाचे नमः सत्यसङ्कल्पाय नमः सत्यभामारताय नमः जयिने नमः सुभद्रापूर्वजाय नमः जिष्णवे नमः भीष्ममुक्तिप्रदायकाय नमः जगद्गुरवे नमः जगन्नाथाय नमः वेणुनादविशारदाय नमः वृषभासुरविध्वंसिने नमः बाणासुरकरान्तकाय नमः युधिष्ठिरप्रतिष्ठात्रे नमः बर्हिबर्हावतंसकाय नमः पार्थसारथये नमः अव्यक्ताय नमः गीतामृतमहोदधये नमः कालीयफणिमाणिक्यरञ्जितश्रीपदाम्बुजाय नमः दामोदराय नमः यज्ञभोक्त्रे नमः दानवेन्द्रविनाशकाय नमः नारायणाय नमः परब्रह्मणे नमः पन्नगाशनवाहनाय नमः जलक्रीडासमासक्तगोपीवस्त्रापहारकाय नमः पुण्यश्लोकाय नमः तीर्थकराय नमः वेदवेद्याय नमः दयानिधये नमः सर्वतीर्थात्मकाय नमः सर्वग्रहरूपिणे नमः परात्परस्मै नमः।
Dhanyavada Amogha. The audio of this Ashtottara will be uploaded on the course page in by week's time. So we not only studied the entire stotra, Ashtottara stotra, we also understood the Namavali today, how Ashtottara gets converted into a Namavali, and we have studied the Namavali today. Now we will get into the final set of meanings that we are supposed to go through. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. So the 81st Nama that we are going to study is Subhadra Purvajaya Namaha. Subhadra Purvajaya Namaha. So as this story comes in the Mahabharata. Now Krishna is Subhadra Purvaja. Purvam Jayate iti Purvajaha. Subhadrayaha Purvajaha. Subhadra Purvajaha. So he is born, he is elder to Subhadra. That is what is. So prostrations to that Krishna who is elder to Subhadra. Now the story of Subhadra, we understood that in Jagannath Puri, Bhagavan Krishna, he is worshipped along with his brothers and sisters. That is, his brother is Balarama and his sister Subhadra. So Balabhadra, Subhadra, Jagannatha Sahita, Sudarshana Sahita, Jagannatha Swamine Namaha. That is what we tell. So Subhadra Purvajaya Namaha. Now, what is the story of Subhadra? How did Subhadra? What is the story of Subhadra? What is her importance in Bhagavatam, in Mahabharata? In Mahabharata, she is a very important character. She is the only daughter of Vasudeva. Now, Subhadra, who is this Subhadra? If she is Krishna's sister, then who is the father? Vasudeva. However, the mother, so is Rohini. So she was born as the only daughter to Vasudeva and Rohini. Now, after Krishna rescues his father from the clutches of Kamsa, etc., very late she was born. So Subhadra, now since she is born very late and she is very young, she grew up in comfort, and as though she is like a princess of the house. She escaped all the sorrow that Krishna had experienced before her birth. And what happened one day, Arjuna, the Pandava, he spends 1 year in Dwaraka and with his cousins Krishna and Balarama. They are his cousins because their father Vasudeva was the brother of Arjuna's mother Kunti. Now, when the exile of his period comes to close, Arjuna wants to go back to Hastinapura. Arjuna falls in love with Subhadra and he proposes to marry Subhadra to Krishna and Balarama. Subhadra agrees. There were some objections from Balarama, but later they get married by the grace of Bhagavan Krishna. And Subhadra and Arjuna, they have a son called Abhimanyu, who is a very great warrior in the Mahabharata war. Subhadra Purvajaya Namaha. He is the elder brother of Subhadra. Jishnave Namaha. Next Nama that we are studying is Jishnave Namaha. What is this Jishnu, sir? We have heard of Vishnu, Vishnave Namaha. We have not heard of Jishnave Namaha. What is this Vishnu? So in one of the Puranas, so by the grammar part, Jishnu is a person. One who is always a winner is called as Jishnu. Sada Jayashilaha yaha asti saha Jishnu iti uchyate. In one Purana, there is a shloka called Vishnu Vikramat Devaha asti Jayat Jishnuruchyate. He is always wins, therefore he is called as Jishnu. Jishnu is another name for Indra also, but here we have to take it is the name of Krishna and Mahavishnu. So Vishnu becomes Jishnu because he always wins. Jaya, in that Jaya you have the Jakara. So you remove the Vakara and put Jaya, Jakara. But that is just to remember this name and the meaning. But as per the meaning, Jishnave, Jishnu is a person who always wins. Bhishma Mukti Pradayakaya Namaha. This is also an interesting story in the Mahabharata, which comes in the Bhagavata also. In Bhagavata Mahapuranam, in Pratama Skanda, in the 7th Adhyaya, I think, 7th Adhyaya, Bhishma Stuti. The 7th, not 7th Adhyaya, some Pratama Skanda, Bhishma Stuti is there. Now, in that Bhishma Stuti, there is a particular sloka. I just want to tell that sloka and come to this Bhishma Mukti Pradayakaya Namaha. That sloka is Swanigamam apahaya mat pratigyamritam adhikartum avapluto ratastaha. Swanigamam apahaya mat pratigyamritam adhikartum avapluto ratastaha. Dhritarata charanaha abhyayat chaladgur haririva hantum ibham gatottariyaha. So this has to be gatottariyaha. What is the meaning of this sloka and how we have to interpret this? What is the story that we have to remember for this nama is something we have to analyze. Now we all know that Bhishma is fighting the war, Mahabharata. So Arjuna, so Bhishma is very fierce. He kills thousands of soldiers on Pandava's side. He is Arjuna, when he is fighting with Bhishma on the first day, second day, third day, on the third day or fourth day, he gets very tired. He doesn't properly fight. Second day, third day, he doesn't properly fight. Then Krishna gets angry with Arjuna. Why are you not fighting with passion? Why are you not fighting with as a true Kshatriya? You should fight with passion. So he takes the Sudarshana Chakra and what does he do? He comes down and he tries to attack Bhishma. Then Arjuna comes and falls at his feet and say, no, Krishna, you are not supposed to take Shastra in this war. You had promised that you will not take Shastra in this war. You will not fight directly. You will only be my charioteer, Partha Sarathi. So he says, I will fight henceforth. I will fight properly. Now, why did Krishna do this act? In Bhishma Stuti, Bhishma says, Swanigamam apahaya. What did Bhishma do on the previous day in the war camp? Duryodhana comes and says, "Oh Bhishma, you are not at all killing the Pandavas. You are just fighting the war by killing so many soldiers. You have to do something which is very useful for the Kauravas." So Bhishma says, I will make Krishna break his oath and take the Shastra. This is what Bhishma does a pratigna on the previous day in front of Drona, in front of Duryodhana, Dhritarashtra, everybody on the previous day of the war when they are discussing about the next day's war. Now, this some Krishna comes to know of Bhishma's pratigna that he is going to make Krishna take the Shastra. Now, if Krishna decides to not to take the Shastra, he is Bhagavan, he knows everything. He will then Bhakta, Bhishma is a Bhakta of Srikrishna. So Bhishma is a devotee of Krishna. His vow of making Krishna take the Shastra will be broken. And he is named Bhishma because of his pratigya which he took. Okay. So Bhishma, Bhagavan thinks whether my pratigya, my vow of not taking the Shastra, is it important? Or is Bhagavan Krishna's, is my Bhakta's vow, that is Bhishma's vow of making Krishna take the Shastra is important. So he thinks like this. Then he says, my Bhakta's vow is important. What if anything happens to me, nothing will happen to me. So he, in order to prove the vow means pratigya of Bhishma true, he gave up his own oath of not taking the Shastra and jumped from the chariot wheel and pounced on Bhishma like a lion, as though trying to kill him. So this is the shloka in Bhagavata. This is the Bhishma Stuti, wherein Bhishma as a he is lying on the bed of arrows, ready to leave his prana, but he wanted to have a darshan of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, and he also advises the Pandavas. At this time, he makes the stuti of Bhagavan and has his divya darshan, and then attains mukti. So when he attains mukti, because the mukti was given in the presence of Krishna, and Krishna gives mukti to Bhishma and says, now you can leave your prana. He leaves the prana. So Bhishma Mukti Pradayaka Yanamaha. He gave mukti to Bhagavan Bhishma. Jagadgurave Namaha. So Krishna is called a Jagadguru. We tell the shloka Vasudeva Sutandevam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. We tell that no. That shloka has got, what is the end word of that shloka? Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. That means he is a Jagadguru. Jagadguru means one, he is a teacher of teachers, teacher of all beings. He is a teacher for the entire world. See, you can tell him that he is a teacher because he gave us the universal Bhagavad Gita, which is the universal knowledge for all of us to understand our Atma Tattva and achieve moksha. That is why he is called a teacher of teachers. Jagadguru. In Sringeri Guru Parampara, they have this on Guru Purnima day, they do the puja of Bhagavan Krishna first on Guru Purnima day. So they first say Krishna Panchaka, Vyasa Panchaka, Acharya Panchaka. This is how they do the puja in Sringeri Parampara on Guru Purnima day. So he is called as a Jagadguru. There are a set of shlokas. Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum, Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. A Krishna Takam is there, which is full of Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. So he is the teacher of all living beings. Next nama that we have to study is Jagannathaya Namaha. He is called as the master of the world. Master of the world, master of all beings in the world. So if he is called as a Jagannathaya Namaha, what is it that he does? Why is this Jagannatha Puri very famous? Why is it very famous? Why is it what is it famous for? We already understood that in Puri, Bhagavan is worshipped along with Balarama, Subhadra, Sudarshan. Okay. So now, but Bhagavan Vishnu, he likes to do certain things at certain places. Okay. What is that he likes to do? Swapan range jagat vidhi sadasi jagrad vidhi sadasi tishtham vrishagirau prayage sammajjan athabadari bhumi shwabhijapan jagannathe bhunjan kshanamaya ayodhyamadhivasan sada dwaravatyam viharati salilam yadupatihi. So this Bhagavan Yadupati Krishna, he likes to sleep in Srirangam. In Tamil Nadu, near Tiruchi, there on the banks of the river Kaveri, you have the Srirangam. So Pandrange, he likes to sleep in Srirangam. Jagrad Vidhi Sadasi, he likes to be awake in Vidhi Sadasi. Vidhi Sadas means Kanchipuram. He likes to be awake in Kanchipuram. Tishtan Vrishagirau. He likes to stand in Tirupati. Vrishagirau is Tirupati. He is standing there to bless the devotees. Prayage Samajjan. In Prayaga, he likes to take bath in Prayag, take a dip in the water in Prayag. Athabadari Bhumishu Abhijapan. He likes to chant and meditate in Badarikashrama, in Badri Narayana Kshetra. But in Puri Kshetra, see, this is the most important thing. Please listen to this. This our Bhagavan likes to do. Our Bhagavan likes to eat in Puri. That is why in Puri Jagannath, when you go to visit Puri Jagannath, on outside Puri Jagannath Kshetra, you will have lot of people having lot of food. Bhog, they will say, they will call it as Bhog in Hindi. So they will do the Nevedyam to Bhagavan and they will bring it and outside and start giving it to the devotees. So what does Bhagavan like to do in Puri Kshetra as Jagannatha? Jagannathe Bhunjan. He likes to eat in Puri. Chanamayam Ayodhyam Adhivasan. He likes to rule as a king in Ayodhya. Even if he wants to rule, he wants to rule as a king in Ayodhya. That is why we say Ayodhya, Ramarajya, etc. Sada Dwara Vatyam Viharati Salilam Yadupatihi. So he roams around, wanders, walks in Dwaraka. He keeps on walking, roams around in Dwaraka. So Jagannatha Kshetra is, if you go to Jagannatha Kshetra, we should take the prasad, the Bhog Prasad, because Bhagavan likes to eat there. And his Uchishta Prasada we have to take. His Prasada we have to take. So coming back to that Nama, Jagannathaya Namaha, one who is the master of all beings in the world. This is about Jagannathaya Namaha. Venunada Visharadaya Namaha, one who plays the flute very well. Venunada Visharadaya Namaha. Visharada, expert. Venunada, nada sound. Venu, flute. Venunada Visharadaya Namaha, one who plays the flute very well. So, if you see the in Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a special sarga called Venu Geetam, where Krishna enters the forest with Gopalas for grazing the cows and plays the flute. As Gopikas hear this enchanting music from a distance, they always long to be with Krishna and hear to this flute. Such was the sweetness of the flute sound. In Bhagavata Mahapurana, in the 21st Adhyaya, Dashama Skanda, we have this entire Skanda, which talks about his Venunada. It is called, the chapter's name is called Venu Geetam. So he is Venunada Visharadaya Namaha. He is expert in Venunada. Vrishabhasura Vidvamsine Namaha. Vrishabhasura Vidvamsine Namaha. Who is this Vrishabhasura? Vrishabha means, the meaning of the word Vrishabha is bull. Now, he is an Asura who has come in the form of a bull. So, Arishta, the name of the Asura is an Arishta. He comes in the form of a ferocious bull, enters Gokula. Krishna tries to irritate him by clapping hands, etc. The bull charges at Krishna, and Krishna pushes him and crushes into the ground. Then he pulls the horns and beats him, Arishta. The Arishtasura dies. So we have this thing in Srimad Bhagavata Mahapuranam in the 36th Adhyaya, where he kills the Vrishabhasura. Arishtasura Vadha is on the Vrishabhasura. Bana Surakarantaka Yanamaha. Who is this Banasura? He is another Asura. So Banasura Karantakaya Namaha. Antaka, one who destroys, one who is a destroyer. Bana Asura, Bana Sams. He did not kill Banasura, but he only cut the Banasura's arms. So Banasura, the story goes like this. This Banasura he was a devotee, great devotee of Mahadeva. He was ruling his kingdom from a city called Shonitapura. Because of the blessings of Mahadeva, he was a devotee of Mahadeva. Even the Devas used to obey Banasura. So he pleases Parameshwara with his 1,000 hands. And once Banasura dances in front of Mahadeva and pleases him. Mahadeva asks, what is the vara you want? So he says, if anybody attacks my city, Shonitapura, you have to come and protect me. You have to come and protect me. You have to fight with me and protect this city. So then Mahadeva said, okay, I will give you this boon. So Usha, there was Banasura had a daughter called Usha. She, in her dream, gets that Aniruddha, the son of Pradyumna, she gets the vision of Aniruddha, the son of Pradyumna, in her dreams. Who is Pradyumna? He is Krishna's son. Who is Aniruddha? He is Pradyumna's son. So she wanted to marry Aniruddha because he has come in her dreams. And so she tells it to her sister, Chitralekha. She tells it to her associate. She's not sister, Chitralekha. And Chitralekha, that I had a vision of somebody in my dream. I want to describe that person to you so that you can draw the picture of him. So she drew the picture of all the youthful princes. She drew Aniruddha's picture also. Then Usha says, this is Aniruddha. This is that person who came in my dream. So by her magical powers, Chitralekha, she took away Aniruddha when he was sleeping in Dwaraka and bringing him to the palace of Usha. So Aniruddha sees that he's in front of Usha, a princess. He also falls in love with her, etc. And he spends the time there only. Now, in Dwaraka, all the people found that Aniruddha is missing. Then sage Narada goes and tells that Aniruddha is in Shonitapura. So now all the Yadavas led by Krishna proceeded to Shonitapura and attacked the fort of Shonitapura. They thought that Aniruddha was kidnapped by Banasura or somebody because he was taken by Chitralekha, right? So they thought he was kidnapped. Because Mahadeva had given the boon to Banasura that he will come and fight and protect that city, Shiva had to come to the battle. And he was on the side of Banasura. Now you see here, Krishna is one side on the Yadavas and Shiva is on the other side. Shankara, Shiva is on the other side. So a battle between Krishna and Shankara takes place. All the Devas and Gandharvas, everybody comes and watches this battle. So Krishna uses all the divine weapons against Shiva, etc. All that. So slowly Banasura sees that his army is losing the battle. Krishna tries to contain Mahadeva in the fight. Then Mahadeva says all the weapons of Mahadeva they bow to Krishna because he is avatar of Bhagavan. So Krishna was pleased and he assured Mahadeva that his weapons will not hurt them. And Mahadeva at this instance also realizes that he is Mahavishnu and offered prayers. He mentions that, see, I had already offered Banasura protection, that's why I had to fight. Now Shiva tells, see, you also should not kill Banasura. Shiva, he is my devotee, and also that he is in the line of Prahlada. All the people in the line of Prahlada, Mahavishnu says that I will not kill them. So based on that, Krishna accepts the request that he will not kill Banasura, but he will cut the hands of Banasura. Okay, this is the story. It's a long story. Banasura Karantakaya Namaha. So based on this, he does not kill Banasura, but he cuts the hands of Banasura. The next nama is Yudhishthira Pratishthatre Namaha. Yudhishthira Pratishthatre Namaha. He established Yudhishthira back into the kingdom and helped him establish the kingdom with the help of Rajasuya Yaga. So Yudhishthira gets a wish to do the Rajasuya Yaga and informs Krishna about the same. Krishna welcomes this idea and helps him to perform the yaga and kills Jarasandha, Shishupala, who are the main asuras opposing the yaga. Thus Krishna, with his tactfulness, helps Yudhishthira complete the yaga and become a Raja. Next nama is Barhi Barhavatamsakaya Namaha. Barhi Barhavatamsakaha. Barhinaha Barhihi. Barhi Barhihi. Barhi Barhihi Avatamsakaha. Yasya Saha. Avatamsakaha. Dharakaha. One who wears. So Barhi Barhihi Avatamsakaha Yasya. He who wears the peacock feathers. Tasmai Barhi Barhavatamsakaya Namaha. So one who wears the peacock's feather. Parthasarataye Namaha. One who is the charioteer of Arjuna. Partha, Kunti's son Pritha. Prithayaha apatyam Puman Parthaha. Tasya Saratihi Partha Saratihi. Saratihi charioteer in the Mahabharata war. Avyaktaya Namaha. He is the unmanifest. He is in the unmanifest form. So this is the name which is there in Vishnu Sahasranama also. Though he has multiple forms, he is not identifiable in a definite manner. Therefore, he is called as Avyakta. Gitamrita Mahodadhaye Namaha. So we told that Krishna is a Jagadguru. What did he give to all of us as a Jagadguru? He gave the Srimad Bhagavad Gita to us. Mahodadhi is an ocean. Gitamrita Mahodadhi. He gave us a nectar from the ocean. He gave us a nectar called Bhagavad Gita. Now, Sarvopanishado Gavo Dogdha Gopalanandanaha Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta Dugdham Gitamritam Mahat. If you consider the Upanishads as the cow, Krishna as the cowherd or Gopala, Arjuna is the calf who wants the milk, who is the wise man, and all other wise men, they want the milk. And Gita is the nectar which Krishna milks from the Upanishads and gives it to all of us and Arjuna. So that is why he is called Gita Amrita Mahodadaye Namaha. Kaliya Phanimanikya Ranjita Shri Padambujaya Namaha. Kaliya Phanimanikya Ranjita Shri Padambujaya Namaha. There are so many words in this nama. Kaliya. First it refers to the serpent Kaliya. Manikya. Phani Manikya. Phani refers to the hood of a snake. Manikya refers to the gems on the hood of the snake. Kaliya Phani Manikya. Ranjita. Decorated, adorned. Ranjita Shri Padambujaya Namaha. So now what did Krishna do? he did the Kalinga Nartanam. He started dancing on the hood of Kalinga in order to make sure that Kalinga does not give any trouble to the citizens of Vrindavana. So one day Krishna goes to the bank of the river Yamuna without Balarama. Other Gopalas are there with him. They reached a separate tank. The water in the tank was contaminated. And even the birds flying over this water, they fall dead. So the air contained around the tank contained fumes of poison, and animals and trees were affected by this. The poison was due to the presence of the snake Kaliya, who lived in the tank. So Krishna noticed this and brought back all these people to life, but he decides to drive away the snake, and then climbs the lone tree which is there near, and jumps on the head of Kaliya and starts dancing around him. So Kaliya tries to bind around Krishna, tie around Krishna, and bite him with his teeth, injecting poison. So they felt miserable. All the boys, they thought, okay, the poison is going to affect Krishna. So they all thought that Kaliya is now going to capture Krishna. So Krishna spent some time in the grip of the snake, observing everything. And then when he sees Yashoda and Gopis crying on the bank, so he started playing with the snake by going around him. Then Kaliya too went around him. Then Kaliya tries to strike him, but Krishna escapes. Then he jumps on the head, started to dance. Devas, Kinnaras, Gandharvas, Siddhas, everybody, they are seeing this divine dance of Krishna on the hood of Kaliya. So the Kaliya did not bow, unable to, but it is trying to come. So what happens is, suppose you think it is a Kaliya is a snake with 5 heads. So let us see. The Krishna is now standing here and trying to dance and suppress Kaliya. So now suppose this finger goes down. Okay, balance 4 fingers are there. Another finger will try to come up like this. So Krishna suddenly will jump on this finger and this will go down. Another like that on the other head. Like that, Krishna tries to suppress Kaliya. Kaliya Padimanikya Ranjita Sri Padambujaya Namaha. Then the Patnis of Kaliya and Kalinga surrenders to Krishna, and Kaliya goes away from that lake, from that river, Yamuna. Now, what is the significance of this Kalinga Nartanam? This Kalinga Nartanam is, see, we are all, when Bhagavan is there in front of us, when we start telling his Nama, we all feel very nice. We will feel happy about it. But when Bhagavan is not there, what will happen? After some days, we will be very nicely thinking about Krishna, about Radhe and all, when we go to Vrindavan and come back. But after some time, we will again, our Kama, Krodha, our anger, everything they start coming. That time again, Krishna, we have to again remember Krishna, so that all this Kama, Krodha again subside. Again, something will rise. Again, we have to subside that. So this by the Sparanam of Bhagavan, by Bhagavan Nama Sparanam, we have to ensure that the Kaliyas in our Sharira, Kaliya is nothing but all these bad qualities, negative energies existing inside our Sharira. These things should be destroyed before they become very huge. So this is the import of the Kalinga Nartana. So Kaliya Panimanikya Ranjita Shri Padambujaya Namaha. That is why this Nama is very famous. Next is Damodaraya Namaha. Damaha Udaraha Yasya Saha. One who ties the rope. One who tied a rope around his waist. So Damaha udare yasasaha. Prostrate who has tied a rope around. Damodara story, all of us know. Yamalarjuna Banjanaya Namaha, I have told. Krishna is tied to the stone pounder and he releases them from the shapa of Narada. The next important nama that we have to study is Yajna Bhoktre Namaha. This is a very important nama. In Veda, there is a saying. There is a rik. Sorry, not a saying. A rik. Yajno vai Vishnuhu. So all the yajnas are in the form of Vishnu. Yajna means Lord Vishnu. Yajna is Lord Vishnu. What is this yajna? Any ritual done to worship Bhagavan is called yajna. Though any act of worship can be called yajna, still it mainly refers to a ritual, specific ritual prescribed in the Vedas, where fire and oblations are involved. So we give the oblations to Agni with mantras, chanting of mantras for gaining various results. So Bhagavan is that very yajna. There are different types of yajna, nitya yajna, naimittika yajna, kamya yajna, etc. Putra kameshti, satrayaga, etc. So many yajnas are there. So in Vishnu Sahasranama, we have a lot of names related to the word yajna. Yajnaha, first name is Yajna. He himself is the Yajna. One who is in the form of Yajna. Yajno vai Vishnu. Yajna Patihi. One who is the Lord of Yajnas. Yajnanam Patihi. Because in every Yajna, whether there are some devatas who are invoked, and every devata is a subset of Mahavishnu, and therefore he is Yajnanam Patihi. He is also the protector of Yajna. Every devata in the Yajna, they have to be worshipped, and all those gods are subordinates of Mahavishnu, and he is a protector of Yajna. Therefore, he is called Yajnapatihi. Yajva, he is the performer of the Yajna. Yajnangaha. Yajnaha angani asya. So, in Srimad Bhagavatam, we have this Varaha Avatara. And in Varaha Avatara, Paramatma Mahavishnu is pictured as having various aspects of Yajna as parts of his body. Therefore, he is a Yajnanga. Yajnangaha, Yajnavahanaha. One who makes the Yajnas take place. Yajnabhrita, one who is a protector of Yajnas. Yajnabhrita, Yajnakrita. Yajnakrita means the creator of Yajnas. Yajni, the goal of the Yajna. Yajnabhuk. Now this is the nama here, which is we have to refer. Yajnabhuk means one who enjoys the Yajna. So when Bhagavan is the Yajnakarta and Yajnabhokta, he performs the Yajna. What is the Yajna he is performing? Srishti Sthiti Laya. He is the Yajnabhuk. He enjoys the Yajna. Even when you are doing any Yajna like Jnana Yajna, Parayana Yajna, all that in the Jagat, he is the one who accepts your offerings. So that's why he says, when I am the Yajnakarta, when I am the Yajnabhokta, why are you afraid of doing any Yajna? Please continue. That is what is the import of this shloka. So the shloka inside Vishnu Sahasranama is Yajna Bhrit, Yajna Krit, Yajni, Yajna Bhuk, Yajna Sadhana. So Bhagavan says, why are you afraid of doing any yajna when I am the yajna himself? I am yajna myself. I am the enjoyer of the yajna. I am the goal of the yajna. Yajna sadhana. I am the one for whom the yajna is a means. Yajnanta krit. I am the person who gives the results of the yajnas. Yajna guhyam. I am the secret of yajna is me. All this, what does it indicate? So whatever yajna we are doing, we have to do it with an attitude of offering to Bhagavan without expecting any results for Atma Shuddhi, for Chitta Shuddhi alone. So by then we get all the yajna phalas which we are supposed to gain, including the moksha. That is why he is called as Yajna Bhoktre Namaha. Also in Bhagavata, there is a story regarding Yajna Patnis. Who are these Yajna Patnis? They were a set of wives of people who used to do yagas to attain Mahavishnu. So once Krishna says to all his friends, hey, dear friends, today we will start early for taking the cows and go to the forest. So if they were starting at 9 a.m., he said, let us start at 6 a.m. So he starts early and he says, let us not pack any food for us. Because we are starting early, we will not pack any food, we will go to the forest. So when they go to the forest, the Gopalas are hungry. They say, where should we eat food? So Krishna says, you go to the Yajnashala nearby, ask the Brahmins who are doing the yaga. They are using the yaga, they have some prasadam there. They will give you the prasadam, which we all can eat. So these boys, they go there and ask the Brahmins to give food. What are they doing? The Brahmanas, they are doing a yaga, yajna. For they are doing? In order to attain Mahavishnu. Now, who has come to ask for food? Who has come to ask for food? Bhagavan Mahavishnu in the form of Krishna has come to ask for food. He has sent his Gopalas to them as his representatives. So, but the Brahmanas, they say the yajna is not complete, the Purnahuti is not over. How can I give the prasadam? How can I give the food? So these boys, the friends of Krishna, they come back. They say, Krishna, you said that you asked us not to pack food. Now you are telling you go and take food from there, and that those Brahmins are not giving food. What should we do? We are very hungry. Krishna says, don't worry. Whom did you ask for food? He said, we went and asked the Brahmins. In your house, if you are hungry, whom will you ask for food? All the friends, they said, we will ask our mother. So you should have asked the wives of Brahmanas for the food. They are the mothers who will give you the food. Why did you ask the fathers for the food? This is the mistake you committed. That is what Krishna says to his friends. Now, what happens is these boys again go and ask the wives of the Brahmanas. The wives of the Brahmanas, they were jnanis. They were very knowledgeable people. They say to Krishna, they say to these Krishna's friends, anyhow, this entire offering is for Mahavishnu, and if Mahavishnu has sent his friends and he himself is going to eat this food, so let us give the food straight away to these boys. And these mothers, the wives of the Brahmins, who are called as Yajnapatri, they give the food to Krishna's friends, and Krishna's friends are extremely delighted. They take the food, and Krishna is also happy, and he does he gives them moksha. He says, all of you are more jnanis than your husbands. That is what he says. So Yajna Bhoktre Namaha, Danavendra Vinashakaya Namaha, Danavendra Vinashakaya Namaha. Danava means demons. Danavendra means master of the demons. One who destroys the master of demons. Kamsa, Shishupala, Jarasandha. Jarasandha was not directly destroyed, but he facilitated the destruction of Jarasandha through Bhima. Danavendra Vinashakaya Namaha. Narayanaya Namaha. This Narayana Nama cannot be explained in 5 minutes, 2 minutes and all. It is a Nama which has to explain, which can be explained for 10 days. So anyway, this Nama is there in Vishnu Sahasranama also. Naraha Atma. Tataha Jatani Akashadini Narani Karyani. So anything, any karma, Nara is Atma. From whatever arises from Nara is Akashadi, is Nara. Tani ayam karanatma vyapnoti. So he pervades them as the cause. Bhagavan pervades them as their cause. Therefore, they are his abode, and that is why he is called as Narayana. Parabrahmane Namaha. He is the supreme Brahman. Parabrahmane Namaha. He is Pannagashana Vahanaya Namaha. Pannagashana. Pannaga means, who is Pannaga? Pannaga means snake. Pannagashana means Garuda. Pannagashana Vahanaya Namaha. He is having Garuda as Garuda, which eats the snakes as the Vahana. Pannagam Ashnatiti Pannagashanaha. Pannagam Ashnati. Ashnati means to eat. Pannagaha Ashanam Yasya Saha Pannagashanaha. That also we can say. Pannagashanaha Vahanam Yasya. He who has the Vahana snake, Pannagashana as the Vahana, which is Garuda as the Vahana. Next we have to go through is Jalakrida Samasakta Gopi Vastrapaharaka Yanamaha. Jalakrida, Jalasya Krida, Jalakrida. Samasakta. Samasakta means engrossed in the Jalakrida. Gopi Vastrapaharakaya Namaha. He takes away the clothes of the gopis when they were engrossed in, when they were playing in the water. Now, what is the story behind this and how should we understand this? This is called Gopi Vastrapaharana incident in Srimad Bhagavatam. So to understand this, we have to understand the background also. The Gopikas, they long to have Krishna as their husband. Who are these Gopikas? They are rishis from the previous birth, as I have already told you. So they performed one vrata called Katyayani vrata to get their wishes fulfilled. So in the month of Hemanta Ritu, all the girls of marriageable age, they observe this vrata to get the blessings of Parvati. They have what did they do? They have the bath in the river Yamuna. They make the idol of Parvati. They worship prayers to Parvati, and to get Krishna as their husband. They sing praise songs also, and they pray to Parvati. So now there has to be a Leela in which gopis feel that Krishna is their husband. So for one day, these gopis, they were singing happily all the songs and they were bathing in the river. They had left their clothes on the banks of the river. Krishna was aware of their wish that they all wanted him as his husband. So he wanted to acknowledge their love for him, because he is not this one. He is a Parama Purusha. So he is not going to get affected by anybody. So he goes to the river bank with all the Gopalas. He takes the clothes and climbs a tree nearby. He calls them out and says, see, you are all bathing in the river. You are all bathing in the river without any clothes. First thing is, when you are taking bath in the river, our Shastra says that you should not bath without any clothes. You should have some cloth around you when you take bath. So the gopi, they felt embarrassed. Then he says, you should not do like this. And he says, you come, I will give you your clothes. So they tried to tell Krishna that if you don't return our clothes, then they would complain to Nandagopa. Krishna replied that if this was true, you can come out of the water and talk to Nandagopa. Then he says, why did you do the Katyayani Vrata? You did Katyayani Vrata to attain me as a husband. You have offended Varuna now. Varuna by bathing in the Yamuna river without any clothes. So the Gopikas realized their mistake. So since they considered that getting Krishna as their husband was the purpose of their vrata, so they obeyed his command. They come out of this one, they collect their clothes and run away. So the gopis did not feel upset or angry with this incident. They understood why Krishna did this. So he says, you will all achieve your purpose of your favors. You have all achieved. And he blesses them with his Leela. This is Jalakrida Samasakta Gopi Vastrapa Harakaya Namaha. This is the Nama. Punya Shlokaya Namaha. One Punya Shlokaha. One who prays bestows Punya. That is, if you do the Nama Sankirtana of Krishna, he will give us Punya. Tirthakaraya Namaha. He is not only a Tirtha by himself, he is also a Tirthakara. He can create many holy places, pilgrimage places, because by his presence. We understood a shloka there, where all the places where he is present becomes a holy place and a pilgrimage place. Veda Vedyaya Namaha. He is known, he is to be known. How can we understand Krishna? If you study the Vedas, you can understand. If you read Bhagavatam, you can understand Krishna. If you read his Bhagavad Gita, you can understand his knowledge. So if you have to understand Krishna, the only way of understanding Krishna is to study the Vedas or Granthas like Bhagavatam, which is equal to the Vedas. Dayaridhaye Namaha. He is a treasure house of compassion. By his Leela only, he uplifts everybody. Even Shishupala, who was his enemy, he gives him moksha. Kamsa gets moksha, who was his enemy. Then he gives moksha, or he gives to Yajnapatnis. As we saw, he with great compassion, he does not kill Kalinga, but he constrains Kalinga and sends him away from that place. If he wanted, he could have killed Kalinga. So like that, at many places, he shows the nature of compassion because he is a Bhagavan. To Putana, he gives moksha. That indicates that he is compassionate. Sarva Tirthatmakaya Namaha. He is the soul of all the pilgrimage centers. The word Tirtha has to be understood in detail because we don't have time. We are not dwelling into that. Tirtha represents many things. Sarva Tirthatmakaya Namaha. Tirtha means water. Tirtha means pilgrimage centers. Tirtha means sannyasi. Tirtha means sannyasa dharma. Tirtha means abode. Tirtha means sthanam. So many meanings of the word Tirtha is there. So he is the soul of these Tirthas. Sarva Graha Rupine Namaha. He is in the form of all planets. People say we have to worship Navagrahas, etc. Yes, you have to worship Navagrahas. But our Krishna, any Navagraha Bada is there. He is going to take all the Badas from you. Sarva Graha Rupine Namaha. By his presence. Whatever Bada is there because of Navagrahas, they all go away. He is in the form of these Navagrahas. He himself, he controls all these Navagrahas. Parat Parasmai Namaha. He is the supreme most. If you think somebody is supreme, he is supreme than the supreme most. One who is the supreme most than the supreme. He is the Paramatma. That is what is the 108th Nama which is told. So this finishes the Nama and the stories of all the Namas. So I am happy that so many people have attended this course and you have experienced the Krishna Nama. If you have any questions, we have another 10 minutes time. If you have any questions, please ask your questions. Today is the last day of the class. We will not be having class tomorrow. We will, since we have finished the portions, we can finish the questions today itself. 1 minute. Please ask questions which are relevant to the topic. Yugal Kishore.
Hari Om Ram Ram.
Ram Ram.
Modak, can we get a recording of your lectures and books regarding the one Ashtadika Shatanamavali?
Yes. All this is available in the course page. Please go to the course page of Vyoma. In that, everything will be available.
Astu. Dhanyawad.
There will be PDF of the slides. There will be the Nama which will be uploaded separately, only the Namas. There will also be an audio recording of the lecture which is there, that is also there. Video recording also will be there. There will also be only audio of the Namas which today Amogha chanted. That audio also will be there. All that will be put in 1 week's time. Some of the things will be uploaded today itself. Any other questions? Nitya, how was the stories? How were the stories today? Okay. Thank you. Anybody else want to share something? You can share. If you don't have any questions, if you want to share something, you can share. As all of you know, Krishna, the next thing that I would like to share is that on Krishna Ashtami day, there will be a puja which will be conducted by Vyoma team. There will be a live puja which will be conducted. For people in the US, you can see the timings. You can register and you can do the live puja along with us. So that is an opportunity on Krishna Ashtami day. I think it is on 6th September. Please refer the course page for the details. And even though if you don't want to participate in the live puja, don't participate, but definitely use this Krishna Ashtottara and do puja to Krishna on Krishna Ashtami day, which is September 6th. For some it is September 6th, for some it is September 7th, for some it is all 3 days. So please do as per your Sampradaya and as per the elders in the house. So after that, now you have Amlan Sahu Mahodaya.
Ram, sir. This is Sangeeta, Amlan's mother.
Okay.
Actually, we wanted to know regarding that puja, what all samagris are needed.
So that Samagri, Vasudha Bhagini, are you there in this? Vasudha Bhagini. So if you go to the website, I think the Samagris have been uploaded. I'll just check with that.
Okay.
1 minute, please be online.
Yeah.
Vasudha Bhagini.
Ram Ram Ram. I hope I'm audible. Okay.
Yes, you are audible. There was a question from one of the parents for the puja day. What are the samagris? Do we have a list, etc.?
Yes, the puja materials, everything will be shared to your email ID, as well as we will update in the course page. I will just take you through the page.
Are the materials already there, or it is still to be uploaded?
No, sir, since we don't have a separate page for it, we will be sharing it.
Okay.
We haven't yet updated.
Okay. So, Mataji, Amlan Sahu's Mataji. You can be in touch with Vasudha Bhagini, and you can get
I
all
will
the.
be, yes, Bhagini, anyhow, in today's Balamukundashtakam class, I will once again give all the details about the talent show as well as the puja thing, which we will be letting you know by today evening. Again.
Okay.
Thank you, Bhagini.
Thank you.
Nitya Bhagini.
Yes. Ram.
Ram Nitya. Tell me.
I've got a question.
Please ask.
How did Lakshmi get married to Vishnu?
How does Lakshmi get married to Vishnu? That is your question.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, as I told you, the Devas and Asuras, they keep on fighting with each other. So, if they have to remain immortal, they needed Amrita, nectar. So, in order to churn that nectar from the Milky Ocean, Devas and Asuras, they start churning the nectar. They have an agreement before they churn that this nectar will be shared by both of them. So they start churning the nectar. When they start churning the nectar with Vasuki as the rope and Mandara Parvata as the rod which churns the Milky Ocean, there were a lot of auspicious things which arose from the Milky Ocean. So Mahalakshmi arose in Kamala, sitting on a lotus. The Mahalakshmi came from the Milky Ocean. So as soon as the objects come from the Milky Ocean, people choose. So Mahavishnu and Lakshmi, they chose each other, and Lakshmi marries Mahavishnu after that. Clear? Because today is Varamahalakshmi, you have asked this question. I understood why you asked this question. And you made me say the story of Mahalakshmi again today, which was a Nama which I had explained earlier. But you made me say it today. And thank you very much for that, because today is Varamahalakshmi Day. Thank you, Nitya.
You're welcome, Guruji.
Dhanyavadaha. Very nice. Your picture is very nice. This is how Mahalakshmi comes from the Milky Ocean.
Thank you, Guruji.
Okay. If there are no comments and questions, feedback, etc., we will close the course now. Thank you all for a patient hearing. As I told you, the Krishna Ashtottara, this Krishna Ashtottara, any Ashtottara, the way of studying an Ashtottara, once again, I thought I should there is also an analysis which I can share with you. I'll see if that analysis is available. Just before we close, I will share the analysis. One second. So if you see the Ashtottara, this is the analysis of Krishna Ashtottara. We have a lot of 108 names. So as I told you, any Ashtottara will describe who is Krishna, will describe how Krishna's physical attributes are there, his qualities, describing the Leelas of Krishna, describing the Vedanta Paramatma Bhava of Krishna, describing the Panchakritya Parayanatva, creation, sustenance, dissolution, concealment, and blessings. These are the ways in which an Ashtottara Shatanama will be organized. So now Panchakritya Parayanatva, if you see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 names are there which deal with Panchakritya Parayana. On the Vedantic aspect, you have, so here you have how many names on Vedanta which tells about Vedanta? About 19 to 20 names on Vedantic import. Then you have Leela. So because it is Krishna Leela, you have a lot of names which tell about 29 names, about 29 to 30 names on the Leelas. And then you have physical attributes like Srivatsa Kaustubhadharaya Namaha, Navanita Viliptangaya Namaha, physical attributes, mental attributes, qualities, etc. You have about 30 names, more than 30 names. Then you have about 25 plus names on who is Krishna. Vasudevatmajaya Namaha, Yashoda Vatsalaya Namaha, Devaki Nandanaya Namaha, Srishaya Namaha, Kamalanathaya Namaha, Balabhadra Priyanujaya Namaha. All these tell him what he is doing, who is he, etc., etc. So this is how the Ashtottara Shatanamavali of Krishna Ashtottara is organized. So let us, with this analysis, it's more than the analysis. We have to merge ourselves in the namas and have devotion and pray to Bhagavan. Thank you very much for all of you. We will tell a Krishna's prayer and end. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Ram Ram Ram, Jai Shri Krishna. Happy Varamahalakshmi Mahotsavaha.